Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm going through Cedar Breaks National Monument. And you can enter it from the north or the south. I entered it from the north on Highway 143, and I saw several signs along Highway 143 saying that vehicles over 26,000 pounds are not allowed. And mine is slightly over 30,000 pounds, so I was really worried about that. But when I got to the entrance to Cedar Breaks National Monument, there was no kiosk on the road where you stop and pay and they give you a map, that kind of thing. So there's nobody to talk to. I just drove in and stopped right here at the first overlook point. So far there's been no problem, and I don't know why being over 26,000 pounds would make any difference. It's all paved roads. They're normal roads. I don't know what the deal is, but let's go look at the first overlook point here on the north side. I'm right here at Chesman Ridge overlook, and the dotted line is a hiking trail that goes to this alpine pond. And I stopped here as well when I came in. So either way, whichever point you start at, it, as it says here, is a 2-mile round trip hike, which I'm not going to do to see a pond. I'm at 10,460. Wow. And here is a really amazing view. And it goes way around this bowl. Down here, the rock structures look very similar to Bryce Canyon National Park. There's some color variants. And look at the different color layers right here. And you can see very far out into the distance. Pretty dramatic shot here. Well, I'm off to the next overlook point. This point is just a couple miles or so south of the last overlook. It's called the Sunset View Overlook. And from here they've got a sidewalk where you can go, as it says here, picnic area, campground, 1 mile to the visitor center over there. That'll put me closer to this left bowl, and a much different view down in this crevice in the valley here. And you can see how the rocks break out of the mountain. You see a lot more white here. It's a huge bowl. Well, now I'm off to the next one. This is just south of the south entrance to Cedar Breaks National Monument. I turned off of this gravel road so I could turn around and go back into the monument. And there's a sign here that says 16-day stay limit. Doesn't say anything else. So I assume down this road is some dispersed camping, like BLM land, where there's big open space where you can just park wherever you want. And I just a couple minutes ago passed the campground, the turnoff to the campground, where there's a sign that says campground full. So I guess it's fortunate they have this for when the campground is full, which may be pretty much all the time during the summer. The visitor center is just this little kiosk building here. so there's no place inside to go. In fact, the restroom building here is bigger than the visitor center. Here's what the canyon looks like in the winter. With one exception, they don't have water faucets on the canyon side, I don't think. And here's some more info. So the visitor center is pretty much just these outdoor displays. There's this overlook point right here, which is Point Supreme Overlook, and then you can hike to Spectra Overlook and Ramparts Overlook. However, all of the overlooks are just looking down into the one big bowl that I showed you. I was thinking there was a lot more to Cedar Breaks than just that one big bowl. I was here 30 years ago and I thought there was more to it, but apparently not. Well, they do have another building here that says Visitor Center, but here it's Information Center and Store. So they always find a way to sell stuff. Well, that was a quick shot of the store, so now let's take a look at this overlook point. Well, again, we're looking at the same bowl, but you do get a different perspective of some of the features. But you can't get very close to the edge here to look down into it. They do have some hoodoos over on this side. So get a little closer up look at some of the individual features. So it's a pretty nice view. I think actually it's not just one big bowl, it's several smaller bowls, but it's all centered around the massive overall bowl that is on the side of the mountain here. I asked the ranger and I was told it is just this one big bowl. It's about 8 miles wide and a half a mile deep. And I also asked him about that weight limit and didn't really know. Well, that's it for Cedar Breaks National Monument. It's not a really big place, but it's worth seeing if you're passing through. Good day, folks.